I'm going to do another pre-grade video. This time, I'm going to send off a draped $50 as well as almost complete collection of Liberty V nickels. So stay tuned. But first, here's my website, portsmouthcoinshop.com. If you're interested in buying coins, you come over here and check out what we have to offer. We do take orders online as well. Also, here's my CoinHELPu community. If you have a question about a coin, come over here and post front and back images, and we'll be glad to help you out at our CoinHELPu community. My name is Daniel, and you are watching CoinHELPu. Thanks for watching my latest video, and I hope you enjoy these kind of videos because I'm going to send another submission to PCGS. The first coin that I'm going to send, it's a 1806, and it has some scratching on it here, but they're older scratches. So I'm not sure that they're going to penalize it because they're older. And I'm looking at getting a fine grade on this coin. Now, in some circles, it looks very fine. Some would say fine 15, fine 12, and there's some would say very good 8. Well, I'm going to go with fine. We're going to go right down the middle of it. And if it gets better, that's great. If it gets worse, it's no problem because the values don't increase or decrease dramatically. I mean, there's a difference, but not like you would think from, 200 to 500 or anything like that. So it's a nice coin. That's what we're going to go with. And I'm going to add it to my list because initially I wasn't going to do this coin. Didn't have it when I started to do this video. So 1806. And we are going with fine. So for the rest of these, we're going to go pretty quick. We're going to do like the graders do. I mean, 10 seconds a coin, 5 seconds a coin. We're going to look at minimal magnification, although this is going to be probably greatly magnified, me using this camera the way I am. But this one is the 1883 cents. So it has the cents on the reverse. It also has die file lines on the obverse, something that may distract from the coin a little bit. Some people might think that it was cleaned at one time because of it. But looking at those, you're seeing it in front and then also up here a little bit. But I'm going to go with problem free, and I'm going to grade it as mint state 63 and probably with a shot at 64. So let's put it down here like that. 63 and a shot at 64. When you're looking at these coins, you got some weak struck areas because they are nickels. You'll see die cracks and things like that. That's very common on these. So then we have the 1883 no cents. And this is a really nice coin. Has a little bit of a mark on the cheek there. I'm not really sure. Nice luster. And here's the reverse. And I'm going to go with mint state. Mint state 65 on this one. So we'll go 65 on that coin. And the 1884. It's a little better date. Go ahead and send it off. You can see that it looks like it's in very fine 35. The thing of it is, it might have some lines on it here. It's kind of questionable a little bit. But we're going to go with the very fine 35. Okay. Then we have 1887. And honestly, this is going to be cleaned, and I think it's extra fine details. So we're going to go with EF details. And that details just means it's clean. Here's an 1888. And looks like it has a little clash mark there underneath the chin there, die cracks, which is really common on these. And it's a nice coin otherwise. It's always good to turn the coins, look for any type of clean lines on them. It's kind of hard to do whenever you're. So on this one here, I'm also going to grade this MS65. Here's an 1889. And it looks like it has some roller marks of some sort on there. Uh, Got some toning and some odd streaks. A lot of people say that that was rust on the dies, and I mean that can all be tested. Uh, to me, impurities in a planchet of some sort, or just some toning because the copper didn't mix, the alloy mixture was incorrect. It's hard to tell, you know. Probably warrants some more study on that. So I'm going to grade this one here. Looks like MS63. It's the 1890. Has a good gash on the cheek there. In the reverse, it has some little toning streaks on it. So with that gash on the cheek, I'm going to, it's hard to grade a coin like this. I'm going to go with Mint State 63 and hope for a 64. Hopefully I overlooked it, but it's a pretty good sized gash on that coin. Then we have an 1891. And with all the things going on some of these coins with the toning and everything, it's not easy to grade them. So I'm going to go with 64 on this one. And it might go a little higher, but I mean 64 and a shot at 65. And man, they could put 63 on it. Who knows? I mean, I'm trying to give everybody a good idea of these. I'm maybe further away from the coins, maybe. This one here, I'm going to go with AU cleaned. So that's where I'm going to be at on this one here. So AU details. And 93 here, I think I'm going to go with, let's see if any marks on the back. Not really. It's not a bad looking coin at all. So let's go with MS64. And I'm trying to I don't have a committee. I don't have anybody else looking at it and saying, no, I don't know about this. There might have this mark on it, or did you overlook this part of it? You know, I don't have that, and they do. Now, this one here, I think a very fine 20. It's potentially got a problem. Out of burst there when you turn it in the light. So it could get details, but I'm going to go with very fine 20. And I'll put in possible details. Fine 20 and details. So, I'm not 100% sure on it, but I mean, it's kind of beat up, it's marked up. Yeah, you just never know with those. Now we're going to look at the 1895, which is a really nice coin. Definitely, to me, this is going to be a 63. That's a nice coin, though. Now, a few of these coins had some possible issues, and I went ahead and I did try to restore a few of them that I thought would be restorable, and they turned out okay, but a couple of them were just clean. There's just nothing you can do about it. You can't restore clean coins. You can't restore damaged coins. It just doesn't work that way. When you're restoring a coin, you're actually moving a chemical reaction that happened to the surface. So you're altering the coin, but not enough to where it's discernible. And after a while, it could be if you keep doing it. This one is a 96. And if we get a little bit closer here, you can see where it's weakly struck. But with all of the different lines and toning on it, but you can see there's some weakness of the strike here, but I think it's still an MS coin. I'm going to go with MS60, MS64 on this one. Man, I could be blowing this whole submission, guys. This is just what I'm going to do. This is what I'm grading these coins on the fly. I do not send Liberty V nickels off for grading. I probably don't even remember if I ever have. So this is kind of new territory for me. This one here, it's also weakly struck. It's a 97. The thing of it is, I am not sure if you would want to call that wear, though. but I'm going to go with AU on this one. Let's try AU 55, and looks like there's missing luster there on that, so let's just do it that way. AU 55. 1898. Another one has a little weaker struck area on it. Some marks on it there. I'm not sure how they're going to do some of this toning on these coins. Not sure how they're going to treat some of these. So I'm going to go with MS63. Trust me, I'm not completely confident in my grades here. I'm just not. This one here, I think is AU 50, extra fine 45. I think I'm going to have to go with extra fine 45 on this one. And I potentially clean. I think they're going to put clean on it. So let's put EF details on that. I'll tell you, it's close to AU though. Sometimes you want to get your book out. We'll put close to AU. Let's just see what happens. See what they do. Like I said, I'm not an expert on grading Liberty v. Nickel, so you're seeing me do something I don't typically do. This one, 1900. Very nice coin. I'm going to grade it Mint State 65. Very nice looking coin there. And then I have a 1901. And I'm going to go with, it's got some weakly struck details on it. I could be off, and I'm going to go with AU. Let's go with AU 58 on this one here. Yeah, just a little bit of wear there. And it has a shot of, I don't know, we'll see here. Just put AU 58. We'll stick with our grades, first impressions. Sometimes that's a better impression. Then we have this one here, and it has looked like a little bit of a scuff there on it. So I'm going to have to put Mint State 63 on this one, I believe. What happened to that? Nice reverse. Very nice reverse on this one. I just don't know what that is. That's a little bit of a scuff there. So I'm going to put MS63. Then I've got the 1903. Very nice coin. I mean, see, that's what I'm saying. When you look at this one, you know that this is original and it's decently struck. So it's easier to grade something like this. I mean, it could easily get 64, but I think with all the marks on the cheek there in the focal area, and on the back, I think you're looking at Mint State 63. But man, this is a solid. I mean, this is a original looking coin. Looks like it's never been touched. That's the whole thing. The other ones, you can kind of go back and forth on, but see, it's different die stages. You're talking about different die conditions. The other ones might have had, like I said, something going on with the dies. This one here had a very beautiful die finish. That might even edge it to 64, but I'm not going to put that. I'm putting 63 because of the marks I see on it. There's another one, 1904. Like I said, got some scuffing. It could get 64 probably. It's a little bit probably less marks on it, so let's put 64 on it. We're going to wing it. We're going to do it anyway. Get my committee out here, like they claim they use, so we'll see. 1906 or 1905, nice coin too. 63, 64 is what I'm looking at here, so I'm going to put 64 on it. Yes, 64. And this one here is 1906, and some weak struck areas on it there. I've seen coins like this get AU 58 one time and then Mint State 64 another 63. I have, because you have to know nickels, you have to know the weak strikes and things like that. I'm going to put Mint State 63 because of the gashes on the cheek there. And those marks are just from the edge of one of these coins. I mean, the edge of a coin can hit the edge of another one, and it can cause those long marks on them. Reeded edges can do the same thing. People mistake those for errors as well. This one, I think, is going to be circulated scratched. Don't know. Probably shouldn't even send this one off. So let's eliminate this one from the equation. I don't think I need to send off a circulated common date like that with a scratch on it. Typically would just for educational purposes, but I don't want to do that every single time. I've done it enough times to show people. This one, It could be unk details on it. It's hard to tell if it's been messed with or not. I'm going to go ahead and put unk details on it and just to see what happens. Has some weaknesses on it. Has some weak struck areas, so who knows what they're going to do with that one. I'm not always confident. This one, 1909, definitely AU details. I'm going to send it off. I'm not going to do it. So we're going to scratch that one off the list too. The 1910, it's very weakly struck. It's late die stage. And I'm going to send it off just to see if I can get the unk MS that I think it is. I'm going to put mint state 62 on it. I don't know. Let's just try that with a MS 62. And it could get the details. Could. We'll put a question mark there. But it's, like I said, you know, if you look at this coin, it's definitely almost like it's got wear, but it's muddled a little bit. I can tell the difference in it. So it was a later die stage. Then we have 1911. And some of these look like they're closer to AU when you look at these images here. When you look at them in hand, I mean, I'm looking at it, it looks like it could be a mint state. But I'm going to go with mint state 60. Let's go 64 on this one here. Mint 64. Kind of stick my neck out on this one. It's got a nice looking coin. I mean, when you're not looking at it in this high magnification, this oddball lighting I've got here, it's not the greatest lighting. So this is a 1912. I also think it's mint state. I think I'm going to put a mint state 63. But the problem is it's got a scratch, I think, down there. And I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be penalized as a scratch on it or not. It's the only thing. I'm looking at it naked eye, a little easier to grade these. So I'm going to put unk details. Let's just do that, and we'll just see what happens. And hope that it gets a problem-free 64 or 63 or something. Who knows? Then we have, and this one here, this is the 12D. This is a little bit better, so I'm going to send it off. But you can see how it's struck weak in certain areas, and that's where the high point is on the coin. See, the reason why it's like that, I want to explain this. This area is a higher relief than over here on the reverse, okay? So this can be struck weak, trying to do the die pressure and get the striking the way it should be. So you're going to have some weak struck areas on these. So I'm going to put mint state 63 on this coin, 12D. So we'll see. So there you have it. There's the grades, guys. I appreciate you watching my video. We're going to do a big old do a moonshot of the. Let's do a moonshot of my grades so everybody can see it for recorded purposes. You can see what I did here. I wrote down what I thought they would end up getting. And when they come back, we'll go down through this and we'll find out how close I was. Like I said, I've never sent off Liberty V nickels because typically what we buy in this shop are already graded, nice coins, or they're 83s, which are really common. Trying to get that 66 or something, it's not really worth it. Or they're just circulated. You know, I have sent off the 85 and the 86. Now I have sent those off for grading, but just uncirculated coins here and trying to guess what mint state they are, or if they are mint state, or if they're unk details. I haven't done that, so it's going to be a treat here to find out what happens. Whatever happens, happens. I won't get upset because, like I said, a lot of this is opinion. It's all subjective. So thanks for watching my latest video. Please like, share, and comment, and have a great day.